Hey, Tomas.
You gotta see this. I can't believe it. Maggie really went off the deep end.
Unbelievable. Paulina, when did this get here?
I don't know. What is it?
It's a postcard from Maggie. She and Raphael got married in Spain.
You're kidding me. Hmm? Oh, man, this is just what Rachel was afraid of.
Yep. Listen to this. I've never been happier in my life. Our wedding was pure magic. We're making our home here in Barcelona.
Let me see that. Ah, you know, I knew she ran off with Raphael, but to get married, what was she thinking?
Well, I wonder how long this marriage will last, huh?
Probably as long as your trust fund. Rachel must be beside herself.
Do you think she knows?
Well, I hope Maggie sent her more than a 3-line postcard.
Ryan stood between me and my son, and I will never allow anyone to do that again. Not Victoria, not Ryan, not you. I'm glad I killed him. You hear me, Carl? I'm glad I killed him. I'm glad he's dead.
You're killing him! You're killing him! Stop it!
Get off me! Get him off me! Get him off! Get him off! Get him off!
Stop it!
You're glad to kill him!
Stop it!
Come on, Carl! Come on!
What are this guy doing?
Come
What is
on.
going on? I beg you, stay away from him. Where's Steven?
Get off the tree. Steven, get off the... All right. Just get your boot. That's it. Get your boot out. Steven, get your damn boot out! Stop! No, don't give up. Don't give up, Steven. Work the boot. Work the laces. Call for help. Do something. Call for... Anybody? Help him! Somebody! Help him! Please!
She thinks he's the right guy.
So, I mean, do you think this is for real?
Oh, I don't know. You know, it's her life.
But, Matt, she's told so many other lies. I mean, this could just be another one.
Listen, Tomas, if she's trying to get at my mom or get attention from Nick, I'd agree with you, but there's a trust fund involved.
Oh, and so she can get it when she gets married.
Yeah.
Does Raphael know that?
Yeah, I'm sure he does. He was living at the house.
Oh, you're right. Este idiota. I mean, do you realize that he's using her?
Yeah, well, you might be right.
No, I've seen them together, Matt. I mean, that's the way it is.
Listen, Tomas, everyone tried to warn her. She wouldn't listen.
I mean, come on. It's like, this guy's definitely not going to make her happy.
Well, she might just have to find that the hard way.
It's like Maggie says she wants love, and then she gets it, and it scares her more than anything.
You still care about her, don't you?
Why does that surprise you? I mean, used to think that Maggie and I and Louisa were gonna be a family someday.
I know she hurt you.
You know, I just expected too much. And she wasn't ready. So do you think it's gonna work out between her and Raphael?
I don't think so.
I just want Maggie to be... I just want her to be happy. That's all. I mean...
Well,
Come on,
Tomas,
you know what? She could have done so much better.
you can't control what people feel. And you can't make them feel something they don't.
Yeah. Did you do that? It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, thanks. It's a little rough still.
Rough? Come on, man. That looks pretty finished to me. Whose hands are those?
Lena, this is not fair. Maggie gets to live happily ever after, right?
Who says she will?
And she's off in Spain. She's on some exotic fairy tale getaway, right?
And you believe everything she wrote?
Yeah, good point.
Look, eloping may look romantic, but being married takes work. Believe me. Talk about jumping in with both feet.
Well, I wonder if Maggie's the one who proposed.
I wonder if Maggie knows anything about Raphael and his family.
Oh, I bet she's never even met them.
Well, I don't think this is the best way either.
But do you think Maggie really cares if she upsets people? The only person she cares about is herself.
Maggie doesn't always think first, you know. She doesn't start out to hurt people.
Well, let me put it a different way. She doesn't care who she hurts, whether it's me or Nick, Tomas, her own family. Hey, how about Raphael's family, right?
Hey. If it's any comfort to you, I'm sure she's not going to have an easy time of it.
Do you expect me to feel sorry for her? I can't.
Hey, Sophia, I understand, okay? But it's got to be a little easier for you not having to run into her, right? Yeah, there's that. What's wrong? You seem like you're taking this personally.
What should I be doing? Should I send them a wedding gift? Really, what should I do? What should I give her? Would a calculator be appropriate?
Sophia,
I don't know.
you haven't been yourself all day. And I don't think this has anything to do with Maggie. You were down before you even got this news. Come on, tell me, what's wrong?
Where is he? Where's Stephen? What have you done with my son?
It's all right.
Done with
It's
him?
all right. Vic, he's in the depot.
You left him in here alone?
Thank God you came when you did. That man would have strangled me to death. Why are you here, Rachel? Who told you to come here?
William, the maitre d' told me to come here.
What? What are you talking about, the matron? The Crown set me up.
He's not in there. Stephen's not in there.
Where is he? I told him not to move.
God, Stephen!
Stephen! Stephen!
Mommy, I was not.
All right. I got you. It's okay.
I was not.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. All right, come on. You gotta hurry. Hurry!
All right, Matt, give it up. So who's the model with the beautiful hands, huh?
Sophia.
She really is perfect.
Yeah, she is.
So, I mean, come on, how do you do this? I mean, it's incredible. I mean, Luis is so much better than Clay than I am.
Well, it's just a hobby. I don't really show my work to anybody.
Oh, well, you should. It's something.
Oh.
How long has Sophia been modeling for you?
Well, she was modeling, but I think that's finished now.
Because this piece is almost done?
Right.
I thought you and Sophia got close after her accident.
We did. We became good friends. Nothing else, despite what everyone thinks.
Sorry, I really didn't mean to get in your business.
No, not at all. Sophia's a great person. She's got a lot of good things going on, including being a great friend.
I agree with you on that. Definitely doesn't like to play games.
Nope. Listen, I better get back to this.
Okay, I I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just, you know, this news about Maggie blew me away.
So I'm sorry things worked out the way they did. Thought you two had a good thing going on.
Yeah, so did I, but, you know, I thought that I was never going to stop loving Maggie, and then she changed, and I just had to admit to myself that she wasn't the girl that I fell in love with.
What if she hadn't changed?
She did change, and I changed, and she broke my heart for months. But now I think that a person can get over anything if it's the right thing to do. You know? All right, I gotta go. Thank you.
Take care.
I'm trying to believe in forever.
I guess you haven't been the same since you and Nick broke up, huh?
I'm trying.
Lena, I've tried, believe me. You know? I've been loving school, working here, taking care of Dante,
But underneath the disappointment.
Babe, I get so close.
yes. To be perfectly honest, I've had it. And I'm sick of men.
All men?
Well, every man I've known has tried to make my decisions for me without ever knowing what I wanted, you know? From my father to my brother, and so on.
You're angry with Joe now?
Yes, I am angry with him because if he stayed out of my business, then Nick and I would have never had to sneak around, and I wouldn't have gotten close to Maggie.
Whoa. You can't blame Joe for that.
Yes, I can. Why not?
Well, because he was only looking out for you.
Well, he was trying to control me.
Hey. Joe never lied to you. Right from the beginning, Joe told you that he didn't trust Nick, and as it turns out, he had every reason not to.
I can't talk to you about this.
Yes, you can. Let's just leave Joe out of it, okay?
It's not just about my brother. It's about your brother, too.
You're upset with Matt?
Paulina, I can't talk to you about this. It's not fair. It's not fair. I don't want you to take sides. Forget it.
Okay, suppose I just listen, all right? Whatever you say will stay between us, I promise.
Okay.
All right, tell me what happened.
Matt doesn't think we should date anymore.
Did he say why?
Yes. He thinks I still have feelings for Nick.
Do you?
Why does everyone keep jumping to that conclusion?
Why are you getting so angry? These dates with Matt, they were just for Nick's benefit, right?
Sure, but he never asked me how I felt about ending it.
He probably figured you wouldn't mind.
Well, he's wrong. You know, because if he asked me, he would have known. But instead, he just decides to dump me on his own.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm a little confused here. Okay, the dates weren't real, but you're angry with him for stopping them.
Matt's just like Nick. He doesn't know what I feel. Nothing.
Well, if you ask me, you, sounds to me like you still want to go out with Matt. Do you? Hey, Joe.
Hi.
What's wrong with you guys?
Can we finish this later? Joe and I have a few things we need to clear up.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to you later about this.
Thanks.
Bye. All right, catch you guys later.
Hey, what's going on? You don't seem yourself lately.
Of course I'm myself. Who am I supposed to be?
Come on a minute. You still been a little distant ever since you ripped up Jake's check.
I didn't like the way that went down.
Are you still angry with him?
I'm angry with you for going behind my back.
It's okay, I got him.
Is he hurt?
Stephen, you all right?
I think so.
Bobby got to him just in time.
Thank God. It was just a little too close for me.
Mom, am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. I'm so happy to just be able to hold you, kiss you.
Here, let me check that foot. I'm afraid I twisted your ankle when I pulled you off the track, all right? You lost a shoe. Yeah, how's that feel, Steve?
It feels okay. My foot's just a little cold.
Well, let Uncle Jake get in there and warm it up for you, all right?
You'll be all right, honey. You'll be all right.
When I saw the train coming, I didn't think you'd make it. I see what you've done.
Stop it, sweetheart. You know, when I heard that train, I went running to the tracks. I just couldn't get to you in time.
It's okay, Mom. Bobby was there.
Yeah, well, you were, very lucky.
It wasn't luck. It was a miracle.
Oh, come on, Joe. You're making something out of nothing here, right?
No, I'm not making something out of nothing. I do not want Jake McKinnon paying our bills, period.
You thought it was his bill.
Well, it wasn't. This is our restaurant. If the roof over the storeroom needs to be fixed, it's our responsibility. We will pay for it. You had no right to go behind my back. And I don't like Jake making private arrangements with you.
Oh, don't tell me you're jealous.
Oh, Polina, this has nothing to do with jealousy. This has to do with deception. You lied to me.
Oh, come on. I didn't really.
Yes, you did. When you told me about the roof needing to be fixed, you said we had the money to cover it. We had the money to pay Bobby. You said even threw in a little bit about the restaurant doing better. Never once did you say the money was coming from Jake.
All right, that's true. But I only did it because you overreact when it comes to Jake.
So what? That justifies what you did?
I was just trying to help Jake out, all right? I didn't think you'd be that upset about
Because
it.
you figured I wouldn't even find out.
I'm sorry.
I need you. Paulina, look at me. Look at me. I need you to be
I don't
completely
understand
honest
what the
with
big
me.
deal is. Bobby fixed our roofs. Jake takes up the tab. What's the big deal? Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy except me.
Oh, Joe, come on.
Look at me. Look at me. You keep something this small for me, what's going to happen when we're up against something major? What kind of marriage do we have?
What are you saying? Are you doubting what we have together?
I don't know about miracles, but Jake's right. I was very lucky.
Mom, you're squishing me.
I'm so happy to have you in my arms. I'm never going to let you go.
I don't blame you. Are you all right?
Well, when I took him off the tracks, I might have scratched him up a bit.
You all right, honey? You hurt anywhere?
Only when you squish me too tight.
Sorry.
She's so happy to have you, Stephen. She never wants to let you go.
So what were you doing on the tracks anyway, little man?
Well, when I saw the emergency phone, I thought I could get to the other side of the track before the train came by. But then my foot got stuck, yeah.
That must have been very frightening.
I was scared because you were fighting with Grandpa Carl.
Oh, I'm fine, Stephen. Stephen, I'm fine.
We're all just glad you're okay.
Well, it's a good thing Bobby got to the train in time.
No, I'm fine. Bobby was there.
Yeah, you, risked your life to save his.
You would have done the same thing, Jake.
But, you were there and I wasn't.
Well, we're glad you're there, Bobby.
You saved my son's life. Thank you. Thank God you got there,
How'd you know
Bobby.
where to look, Bobby?
I didn't. I was just in here, and I looked out the window, and then all of a sudden I just took off.
You saw Stephen?
No, not at first. I had this feeling that he was out there.
Oh, thank God you did.
Yeah. Sorry I had such a hard time getting you unstuck from those railroad tracks, kiddo.
Hey, Mom, since I lost my shoe, can I get a brand new pair?
Oh, now we know he's feeling all right.
I thought those cool ones I saw on TV that really make you fly.
Oh, yeah, you're working all the angles
We'll
now,
work on
aren't
your
you?
mom together. Don't worry about it.
Actually, I think Bobby's the one who deserves the reward.
Well, you really gave us a scare, Stephen.
You okay, Grandpa Carl? Did Gran hurt you?
No, man, of course not. I'm fine.
I was afraid Grant was gonna kill you.
No, really, Stephen, I promise you I'm fine.
Do you see what you've done?
Stephen almost died because of you.
Victoria, let me
No,
explain.
I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I wouldn't believe it anyway. I'm going to take Stephen to the hospital.
Mom, I'm not hurt.
Oh, well, I'm going to make sure
Yes,
of that.
and it's a good idea that you go to the hospital. Come on, I'll give you a piggyback ride in the car. Let's go. Hey. Jump.
Be careful.
Bobby, I was wondering if you'd come to the hospital with us.
That's okay. You
Please. It would really make me feel better.
Sure. Yeah.
The first chance I get.
Can't you stop? Haven't you had enough?
I hope you're listening, Rachel.
Is your hatred of each other more important than the life of that child? How many more people are going to be hurt?
Hey. How you doing, Tomas?
I'm doing well. Are you okay?
Yeah. Well, you know, nothing turns out the way you'd like, you know.
Sometimes that's for the better.
Not always. So did you hear about Maggie and Raphael getting married?
Yeah, I actually got the announcement in the mail. I got a postcard from Barcelona, Spain.
Yep, me too. You okay with this?
Yeah, you know, I figured a while ago that Maggie and I wanted different things, and she wanted them a lot faster. I mean, I just knew that there was no way she's going to wait for me to get out of school.
How's it going, by the way?
Oh, it's going well, thank you.
Good.
You still like BCU?
Yeah, it's keeping me busy.
Too busy to see Matt.
No? No, not really. Why?
I saw him earlier tonight.
How is he?
He's doing fine.
Good. Did he say anything about me? Never mind. Forget I asked that.
No, he actually, he showed me that sculpture that he was doing of your hands, and yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, yeah, you know, I never really got a good look at that sculpture. He never showed me.
Oh, yeah?
Did he say anything about me at all?
No, I mean, he didn't, like, I don't know, he just didn't seem like in the mood to open up.
Oh.
Something happened between you two?
No? No. How could it? Tomas, we're just friends, if that's what you're getting at.
Friends.
We are.
Yeah, right, come on.
Come on, Matt's a wonderful guy. He's good to me, and I can count on him.
Very interesting.
It is. Why?
Well, because he said exactly the same thing about you.
He did?
I mean, I don't know. He didn't, like, go into, like, full detail, but all of it was a rave. I just didn't get the idea that you two were just friends.
Well, we are. That's just the way it is.
If you say so. I think you should take a closer look at your feelings.
You don't believe me?
No. And I don't believe a word that Matt said either. You know what, Sophia? Sometimes friendship can grow into a lot more, if you're lucky. Listen, I gotta go. Good night.
I can't believe you'd ever doubt my love for you. That really hurts, Joe.
When you lie to me, and not telling me something is the same thing as a lie, it hurts me just as much. What does that say about what kind of trust we have?
Okay, it was wrong not to tell you that Jake was going to pay Bobby.
Thank you.
But the only reason I did that is because you overreact when it comes to Jake, and you have overreacted.
This is reacting. Overreacting would be to throw Jake a beating the next time he comes through the door.
Do you hear yourself? Why do you always go off the deep end when it comes to Jake?
Oh, Lena, it's not like the guy who's taking you to church. He's a walking finagler. And you used to be in love with him, and I do not want him taking advantage of you.
He won't. I loved you, Joe. And I love you so much. You and Dante have made me happier than I ever thought I could be in my entire
Yeah, well,
life.
I feel the same way about that. And I feel like we're one person now.
Yes.
Which is why I can't stand it when you start keeping things from me.
Don't say anything. I promise, no more fudging. No more secrets. You'll hear.
That's what I want.
Truce.
Shut up and get over here.
I love you so much, you big jerk.
Hey, you're a big jerk too.
Can I just ask you one itsy-bitsy little thing?
Yeah, what do you want?
Just one favor.
What is it?
Can you be not so down on Jake, please?
Honey, that's hard. Okay? The guy's he's always hanging around you. He's always playing up to you. He's looking for sympathy all the time.
It's just that we have so much. I have enough to spare, just a little bit to help push Jake along.
Push Jake along for what?
Get him to settle down with Vicky, you know, really start living his life.
You sure you should be doing that?
I think he's always loved her.
Maybe, but I don't see that ever happening.
Why not? Because you don't like Jake?
Because the guy's pulling a scam. He's pulling a scam to get us to hire Bobby so he'll get keep Bobby away from Vicky? I mean, what is that? Is that the way you build trust? Is that how you build
Come
a
on, that
future?
doesn't show that how much he cares.
That shows how much he's threatened.
Oh, Joe! God.
Paulina, obviously, you and I see this whole Jake thing very differently.
Yes, we do.
Wait till I tell Kurt what happened.
Whoa, wait a second. You are not going to tell Kirkland that it's okay to play around railroad tracks, are you?
No.
No, you're not. There's
Good.
plenty of time for stories tomorrow. Kirkland is fast asleep, which is exactly where you should be.
But I'm not tired.
No, you were yawning when you were at the hospital.
Hey, those checkups are boring.
No, they're not
There's
boring.
nothing else to do.
They're not boring, especially not to me when everything turns out okay all the way around.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go raid the fridge. Out of my way.
All right, I'm gonna go upstairs, take Stephen up, and tell Etta Mae what happened.
I'm going to be on. And can I stay up a little longer?
Cereal. Go on. You can have a snack.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. I can get it.
You can get it. Well, I think I'll supervise just in case.
Thanks for getting me these cool shoes, Uncle Jake.
You're very welcome for those very cool shoes. You can run high or jump fast.
Oh, one more hug! My son is officially recovered.
Yes.
I'm gonna go check on Kirkland.
Okay. Thanks for getting me off the tracks, Bobby.
Not a problem, kiddo. Listen, I want to let you know something. You were very brave tonight, all right? You didn't freak out.
Don't tell my mom. But I was too scared to do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what. Let me tell you something, though. It is okay to be afraid. I was very frightened when I saw that train myself.
You were?
Yeah. It'd be kind of stupid not to be afraid, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Right. Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah. Anytime.
Your snack's ready, my man.
Okay, here.
Hey.
Thanks. Jake, will you do me a favor?
Name it, bud.
Read to me tonight?
Okay.
Mom does sugar all mushy, and then we don't want her to tell some stories about when I was a baby.
Okay, I think we can deal with that.
Okay, Etta Mae and Kirkland are fast asleep. You're next.
And Uncle Jake's gonna read to me.
I couldn't refuse.
One story. I mean it, one story, and then I'm gonna be up to say goodnight.
Good. Good night, Bobby.
Good night, kiddo. I'll see you in the morning, all right? Take it easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't eat anything. He didn't eat anything at all. Hope he doesn't have any nightmares. I know I will.
Hey, he's safe. Focus on that.
You know, it's just that Carl doesn't take chances with the children. He doesn't. Which just shows you how dangerous Grant really can be.
I know how dangerous Grant can be. You don't have to convince me of that.
I mean, you know, right when you think it can't get any worse, he comes up with some kind of terror tactics. You know, I mean, I have seen this before.
Vicky, whatever Grant is planning, it's not going to happen tonight.
Grant is probably at home right now planning another nightmare for all of us.
I promise I'll keep an eye on Grant.
When I think about what could have happened, I can't even stand it that I have to let Kirkland spend 1 minute with him.
Yeah, it's hard having a dad like that. Must be hard having a dad like that.
You know something? He didn't even apologize to Stephen. He didn't even apologize for scaring him like that, for sending him running off into the night.
Vicky, I hate leaving you alone like this. I gotta go.
Wait. Then don't, okay? Please don't go.
Shall I run a bath for you? Shall I make tea?
You're not going to make this better. What have you done?
Rachel.
You were responsible for Stephen. And that child almost got killed tonight.
How many times do I have to say it? I told him to stay inside the train depot while I dealt with Grant. I didn't dream he was going to climb out the window and run across the
He
tracks.
thought you were going to kill Grant. He was afraid. Can you blame him? How could you fight like that in front of that child?
Well, Grant said vicious things about Vicky, about Ryan. He said he was glad he killed him.
He was baiting you, Carl.
How would you feel? How would you feel if Matthew was murdered? And the killer then stuck his face in yours and reveled in his deed. How would you feel?
That was my grandson who almost got killed tonight. How do you think I feel? And all because you couldn't drop a feud?
A feud? You can't make peace with a man like that. It'll never work. He's a menace.
And how far would you go?
Wherever it takes me.
Great. Then our lives are ruined. Because if I'd gotten there 1 minute later, you would have had Grant killed. The child would have been killed, and you would have been up on the murder charges, and then what about my life?
You're not seeing this.
You are the one who's not seeing what you're doing to us. You should have walked away from it.
He would have followed. He will not let this go.
You let it go, then you let it go!
I can't. Rachel, I can't.
Everything's progressing quite nicely, William. I'm at the Corey mansion right now, waiting for the latest developments. Well, I imagine so. Hutchins lunged for me right in front of Rachel.
I knew it. I knew it. You set Carl up. You deliberately provoked him for Rachel's sake.
For a second, I thought that she was going to cut him loose right there at the train depot. No, they barely spoke. I'd be very surprised if she didn't throw him out tonight.
I'm not going to let you get away with this, Grant. I can promise you that.
No, I'm going to stay put. You know, Rachel was Hutchins' ticket to legitimacy. Without her, he's nothing.
I'm not going to let you hurt Carl. I'm not going to let you hurt Vicky. Is that why I was brought back?
It's very quiet.
To be a witness?
Tomb-like, almost.
I may be dead.
No.
I am not helpless.
No, I'm staying put. For the duration. Enjoying every moment.
Oh! My God, what the hell was that?
That, my brother, is just the beginning.
I can't. Show me how to let it go, Rachel.
I begged you to stay away from Grant.
But burying my head in the sand isn't going to solve this problem.
You would honor Ryan's memory a lot more if you would just live in peace.
You wait a minute. Let's not have some redo of history. Ryan was very capable of fighting when he was pressed.
What do we have to do? Do we have to go somewhere? Do we go to Europe or something away so you can't see Grant anymore? I would
you
do
can't run
anything
away
to
from
save this.
You can't run away from this.
A child almost died tonight, Carl. What do I have to do to make you see? I love you. I love you. I would do anything I could to save this marriage, but you have to choose.
Don't do this, Rachel. Don't. Look, if I could snap my finger and have Grant Harrison disappear into nothing more than a pain-filled memory, I would. But I can't.
And I can't live with you like this. I can't do it. I won't do it. If you are going to live a life of revenge, I don't want to be any part of it. The man I fell in love with, the man I married, had turned his back on violence. That's what you said. And if you don't want to be that man anymore, then I can't live with you. Don't you see that? You are going to have to leave.
Then I hit him. He could speak again. The curse had been buried by Mr. Twitchett's cat. That was awesome!
Yeah, well, how can you stomach this garbage before you go to sleep?
All the kids read these Jakes.
Yeah, well, I'll bet you spend hours checking the closets before you go to bed.
No, I know they're just a story.
Do you? No, do me a favor, don't read these to Kirkland, because I think he takes them a little bit more seriously than that, you know?
Sure. Want to read another?
No. No, I'm kind of beat. Glad you're okay, buddy.
Me too.
Yeah? Sweet dreams.
Uncle Jake?
Yeah.
You're the best.
I know.
It's not that late, really. I could get you a sandwich or a beer out of the fridge, something.
No, I don't want anything, Vicky.
You sure?
Yeah, thanks. Listen, I don't think Grant's gonna try anything tonight, so...
Bob, I'm really grateful to you for saving Stephen's life. I mean, it's because of you my little boy is upstairs sleeping in his bed, and...
Well, I just hope it didn't shake him up
I
too
just
much.
think a few more seconds and things really could have turned out differently, you know?
Don't think that.
It's like you were sent to me for a reason. I used to think it was something, a coincidence, luck. And now I think there was maybe fate.
I usually don't go in for that superstitious stuff, but I don't know.
What?
I think maybe you're right. I think maybe tonight was more than just chance.
I don't know. I just think whatever it was, it just, it was just too hard to ignore, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
NBC Tonight celebrates Thanksgiving early with special holiday episodes of Foxworthy and Mr. Rhodes. Then, a girl looking for friends falls into the wrong crowd. Now she could spend the rest of her life in jail for a crime that never happened. Why would her best friend set her up? Fall into Darkness, a world premiere tonight. And tomorrow, it's bigger than Must-See TV Tuesday. It's Lilith Tuesday. But first, it's an all-new Mad About You. Plus, guest stars Bob Barker and Shirley Jones on Something So Right as Carly's parents. Then, she's back. It's a Lilith Thanksgiving for Frasier. Wonder whose bird's getting cooked this time. Plus, Judd Hirsch on an all-new Caroline. A big night. It's NBC's Lilith Tuesday.